Hello, dear children. Before I introduce my topic to you, I want you to answer these questions. First question is: name the place you have visited for a picnic. You must have visited various places, isn't it? Yes, we sometimes go to a resort or to an open space or dams, right? So we have visited places like this. So just recall your picnic experience. See, in this picture, we find that how the family members have gone for an outing in a nature. They are sitting happily along with the family, sharing eatables, sharing joy, sharing thoughts. They are so happy, isn't it? Yes, so we all have experienced what is a picnic. So, we will start with Standard 7th English, chapter number 2.2, The Souvenir. Now, what is souvenir, children? Souvenir means a thing that is kept as a reminder of that person. Okay? In this lesson, we will see that Siley is going for a picnic. Her mummy has given her permission and she is ready to send her on a trip. Okay? So let us hear the conversation between Siley and her mother. Actually, children, the souvenir story is based on science fiction. Because of new development and new technologies and new discoveries in science, our world is going to change day by day. And the writer is saying by the time of 2069, so much technology would be developed that man could travel not only abroad but even out of this earth. They can travel on Mars, they can travel on moon. Okay, so here let us see where the Siley is going to go on a trip. I will read. We will not start from the beginning. Just see the next part. This trip on the moon was exorbitantly expensive, but still Siley's mother had sent her on the trip. Now if you see the word exorbitantly means what? Excessively. Expensive means what? Costly. So traveling on the moon was excessively costly, very costly. But still her mother wanted her to go on this trip, because children see, sometimes our parents have missed out certain things in their lives, so they feel, oh, I have missed out, let my child get whatever I couldn't get in my life, right? So her mother was insisting her to go on a trip. Now usually when you go on a trip, how do you go, children? Yes, you travel by bus. If it is nearby, you travel by auto or a car, isn't it? Two wheeler. But if you have to travel on a moon, how you will go? Yes, you need some different vehicle that we are going to come across now as we move with the lesson. Let's see the conversation of Mummy and Siley now. In our childhood, we could not even think of such long distance trips. The longest trip meant going to Europe. Who is saying this? Who is saying this? The mother. Who is saying? Mummy is saying that when we were, young in our childhood, we had only thought the longest trip to be going to a Europe. Europe is country out of India. If you are getting this opportunity, make the most of it, said Mummy. Oh, Mummy, who is saying this? This is said by Siley. Okay? Siley is saying this, that oh, Mummy. Neha's grandmother was saying that in their childhood, the longest trip for school children used to be only up to Delhi or Kolkata. Who is saying this now? Siley is saying to whom? Siley is saying to her mother. She is telling about Neha's grandmother. Neha, who is Neha? Neha is a friend. She is telling that, oh, Mama, Neha's grandmother knows. She used to say our longest trip was only up to Delhi or Kolkata. And it sounded very funny to Siley, and Siley kept on laughing. Kept on laughing. Whenever she remembered, she used to laugh because it sounded funny for her, because now at her time the technology has developed so much that they could travel literally to the moon for a picnic. Okay, so let's read further. It seems so funny, isn't it? Said Siley, laughing. Remembering the incident made her laugh even now. Now the shuttle was getting closer and closer to the moon. Here we come to the point how they are traveling on the moon through a shuttle. Now I will share a picture of a shuttle with you. You can see how the shuttle is. The people who travel, the astronauts and all, they sit in that and they travel with greater speed that go against the gravity of the earth and go straight in the space. Okay, they travel in the other orbit and they land up on the moon. Now we all know, children, that if you have to travel in a space, you have to go in a space shuttle. Okay, so even Siley is sitting in a space shuttle. Space shuttles are completely packed from all the sides, so no air enters in, and there are glass windows. So what is Siley doing? She is looking out of those glass windows. She was gazing. Gazing means what? She's continuously looking, steadily looking outside with a surprise in her eyes. Because see, it was her first experience and she had never seen space so closely ever before. Because she had most of the time read the description of the space and all. She had watched the pictures, even she had watched several videos. Okay, but she had never experienced in reality. So this was her first experience. So let us read this part now. With the tip of her nose pressed to the window of the space shuttle, Siley sat gazing at the view outside for so long. Still, she didn't seem to be contented. Okay, so first meaning I have told you of gazing. You will find out the meaning of contented. Okay, certain words I am going to give you so that you find and tell me. She had read the description of this view several times before and had seen this scene on the video too. But this was different. Reading the description was one thing. Watching the pictures and videos captured by the camera was another. But getting an opportunity to view that amazing panorama with your own eyes, being present physically right in the midst of it, was indeed an out of the world experience. No matter how long she sat gazing, her awe and wonder did not seem to abate. Now, here many difficult words have come. First thing we know that she had read about the things, isn't it? But she had also seen the videos, but she had never physically experienced. Okay, so seeing is different thing and viewing is another's. Okay, personally, practically seeing the reality is different rather than looking in the pictures. So she was experiencing physically. She was right in the midst of the space. Okay, midst means in the middle of it. She was right in the middle of it. Okay, in the space shuttle. And this experience was indeed what to her? Out of the world. Now, out of the world is proverb. Now, what do you mean by out of the world? Which is very extraordinary. The thing which is extraordinary and which is not found on the earth is called as out of the world. So this experience she had never taken on the earth, children. So she felt like I am out of the world somewhere, in a different world only. Okay, so this was her experience. Okay, No matter how long she sat gazing, her awe means what? Her amazement. She was amazed, no? Her amazement and wonder did not seem to be abate. Abate means did not seem to reduce. Okay. The earth gradually appeared to get smaller and smaller in size. Do you think, children, the earth was really becoming smaller and smaller in size? No. Here again, science tells us that when you go away from that particular thing, it looks smaller. It doesn't become small, but it appears to be small. So when she was going away in the space, earth looked small. See, when you are on the earth, when you look at the stars and the moon, you find they are so small, like a ball, right? Then the stars like twinkling dots. But are they really so small? No, they are so far. That is why they look so small. Same thing was happening with Siley. As she was going in the space, she could see that Earth's size was appearing to be very small. The azure blue sky. Now, what is the meaning of azure? Azure blue sky means clear. Azure means clear, blue color sky. Okay, so the azure blue sky was now looking jet black. Jet black means very dark black color. Okay, so the blue sky was turning black now. See, when you are on the earth, you find the sky blue, but when you go in the space, when there is no sunlight, you will find the sky is completely black. The clouds had disappeared, the stars were shining bright. Now there were no clouds. Do you know different layers of the earth? You must be knowing in standard 5th, you have studied in EVS 1. So you know different layers of the earth. And where do you find clouds? You find clouds in the troposphere. Okay, so they had crossed the troposphere also. They had gone beyond that. So there are no clouds now in the sky to be seen. Okay, so the clouds had disappeared. The stars were shining bright. Now let us see the last paragraph of this page, where you find that the space shuttle has now almost reached the orbit of the moon. Now what do you understand by this word orbit? You must have studied, children, in science or in geography this word. What do you understand by the word orbit? See, the curved path around a celestial object. Celestial means the objects that are in the space. Which objects are there? Like the planet, moon, stars. So when a spacecraft moves around in a circular manner, okay, that is called an orbit. Another example we can take, like a running race. Okay, a marathon or a running race, where tracks are put, and then the sports person, the players have to run in that particular track only. Okay, if they go out of the track, they are out. So this, just like the tracks while running race, just like that only, there is a path for the object, like the spacecraft or the planets. They all move in a particular orbit. So we find that the space shuttle had almost reached the orbit of the moon. And you know how much time it was taking to have one round completed? 32 minutes. It was taking 32 minutes for that spacecraft to take one round around it. Okay, so we'll read over here. Now the space shuttle was getting closer and closer to the moon. Then it started orbiting the moon. In every 32 minutes, the space shuttle completed one revolution around the moon. Revolution means what? Completing one circle, one complete round is known as revolution. You must have heard these words also, children. Rotation and revolution. Rotation means rotating around yourself, and revolution means rotating around that complete object, one orbit. You complete one orbit. Okay, so like that it was taking 32 minutes to complete one round around the moon. We also have studied in geography that the side of the earth that faces the sun has the light, whereas the opposite side is in the darkness. This simple basic knowledge we all have, isn't it? Same thing happens with the moon also. So in every 32 minutes they were experiencing what, children? Light and darkness. Okay, follow each other in quick succession. Okay, so when they reached over there, what did they find, over there? Dome shaped settlements. Now dome shaped settlements are compared with igloos. Where are the igloos found? At the poles, at the polar regions. Okay, so the dome shaped settlements were there, which were looking just like igloos. You can find so many pictures on the net of igloos. Okay, the igloos are made of ice blocks. Okay, with the ice only. It's dome shaped and it has a very small entrance where you have to crawl and go inside. Okay, you'll find the people like Eskimos staying over there. So let us read this. The dome shaped settlements on the moon, which resembled the igloos of the Eskimos, were now visible. Now visible means which were, everyone was able to see them clearly. Now resemble means what? Resemble means looked alike, same. So that is why I told you can compare, dome shape looking like igloo. So there is a comparison, there is a similarity, they looked alike. Okay, that is the meaning of resemblance. Then when they reached over there, the space shuttle very slowly and carefully landed on the moon. And when they landed on the moon, the space shuttle door opened. And how to take the children over there? They were taken through a airtight tunnel. Okay, they were escorted. Now what do you mean by escorted? Escorted means when somebody takes you very carefully. For an example, if there is a chief guest in your school for some function, so how do we take that, great personality to the stage? Yes, so the school principal, then the head boy, head girl, isn't it? They all accompany him and very, properly take him to the stage. Okay, so like that only, like a VIP, all the children were treated very well and very carefully. They were taken from the air tunnel to the settlement of whom? To the settlement of Neil Armstrong. Now children, your homework is to find out who was Neil Armstrong. Okay, and we will continue. I will also explain in my next video, but you have to find out some information about Neil Armstrong. That is your homework. I hope all have understood, children. Thank you.